environment, and everyday life. How to evaluate information we receive through social networks? In the past, the philosopher Theodor Adorno spoke about the cultural industry. At the time, include cinema, radio, magazines. In our present day, social networks come in, but all of them are at the service of capitalism. What does that mean? That the most powerful people use these means of communication to manipulate us, to encourage the consumption of a certain product, and even to indicate to whom to vote. But not all information we receive is true or evaluated by science. In some cases, it can be true information for a given context, but it is used to confuse people. For example, in this context of the pandemic, false information distracts people from the real impact. And this isn't new. We can bring to the discussion that 100 years ago it was not communicated that there was a new disease in many countries until Spain published information about a new flu called the Spanish flu. I emphasize that the name of the disease does not correspond to its origin, but because Spain was the first country that communicated to its citizens what was happening. The disease that also arrived in Latin America and certainly in Brazil. The following is a description of that time written by Domingos Meireles for Record TV from his article, Analysis: The Spanish Flu Was More Than Just a Cold when it reached Brazil in 1918. The speed of contagion and the number of people infected in Rio de Janeiro was frightening. On October 22, 1918, 920 deaths were recorded in the city. Nobody knows what to do with so many dead and sick at the same time. Hospitals were overcrowded. People died on the street, in churches, or inside the house. The newspapers were full of sad stories. But nowadays, even with a better technological development, which favors the study of a new virus and the monitoring of its spread, we still find distorted information. As I say, there is a lot of false information circulating, information that in some cases can even be dangerous for other living beings as well as for us. That is, it makes an impact. But what is this false information? Well, the first example we can mention is about the origin of the coronavirus. Supposedly, it was from a bat soup. But I saw a video of an Asian woman eating. The video is real. Yes, the video is real. But this is where we start to give some tips to access whether the information we receive is reliable or not. 1. Date of production of the information. On inquiring about the video, we found that it was published in 2016, so it does not have any relation to the current situation. 2. Context. According to sources, the coronavirus originated in the city of Wuhan, China, but the video published is about Palau. 3. Purpose of the information. This video does not have a scientific and educational objective on the effects of bad consumption, but it does make Palau's gastronomy known. 4. There is no scientific evidence that in the specific case of COVID-19, it was caused by the bat, although it has been identified that bats do carry several viruses. Let's take another example. Information was circulated about the use of eucalyptus to prevent or eliminate the coronavirus, which was supposedly the result of an investigation by the University of Havana, Cuba. 1. Source review. But isn't an image, a meme, a photo? So how do we do it? This information is directly quoting an institution. What can we do? We go to the university page to compare and check. We research scientific articles that corroborate it. Here I note that I am not denying the properties of eucalyptus in respiratory treatments. However, the aim is to check the information we are receiving, which in this case is to prevent or eliminate the coronavirus and validate it by citing a university. 2. There is still no scientific evidence to verify which environments stop the coronavirus developing. We also discovered the sale of fake coronavirus cures, which are no vaccines or drugs that have been recognized by the World Health Organization, as well as a lot of other false information. But just reading information has no effect, right? When this information generates an impact, it generates so much that, for example, the news of the origin of the coronavirus through the bat generates a fear of animals. This saw an increase, for example, in Colombia by the abandonment of dogs and cats. In Peru, the burn bags, which actually play an ecological role and protect us, for example, from other diseases such as Zika, dengue, etc., but eating mosquitoes. This lack of official information is being replaced by false information. For example, about medicines that cure generating self-medication by people, helping to generate intoxication or other diseases. If these drugs are so effective, why this is the problem still present worldwide? And so far we haven't talked about the ideological and political manipulation by the media, but that will be for a next episode. Therefore, before sharing any information, always check and take the time to confirm whether what you want to share is true or false. If you have doubts about the content received, the best option is not to share it. Remember that our actions, no matter how small, have an impact, positive or negative. So be wary.